Coming right up, the Heat taking on the Knicks. The NBA on 2K Sport. Well, the center position is obviously a point of strength. Both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, BA, that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Dwight Howard. And it's Payton in at the point. Here's Thomas. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Wade. Here's Bowen. Back to Wade. Howard with a screen on Thomas. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Howard, no good. And here are the Heat. Inside. And Banchero with a bucket on the assist from Durant.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Pass to Bowen. Back to Wade. DeRozan brings a double. Vanderbilt with a screen. Here's Payton. Blocked!
Yeah, this is something we might see Banchero work on. Improving his ability to knock away shots.
And it's Miami's ball. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Kicks it to DeRozan. Now here's Durant. Not a lot of room. Pass to Banchero. Payton against DeRozan. Over Payton. And it's DeRozan missing. The Knicks have gone 1 for 3 so far. When the Knicks are having a good season, it is amazing how excited their fans get, Brent.
Well, it's been generations, BA, that have been salivating for this franchise to get back to its winning ways. The last championship came in 1973. So as a fan, you can't help but get fired up when there's a chance at a title run.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Wade, that's good.
As soon as Wade gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to take advantage of weak defense and score.
Banchero outside. On the wing, DeRozan. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Gets the 3 to fall. Durant's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And it's the Knicks with the ball. 4-point game. Howard with a screen on DeRozan. Payton finds Howard. Here's Wade. Coming off a terrific game against Atlanta.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Durant, the pass to Thomas. Allen outside. Launches a 3. The rebound by Payton. Knicks trail by 4. Outside Vanderbilt. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. All right, with this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year. The Knicks, second. The Heat, third.
And what stuck out to me is how intense both of these teams were on D last season. Neither giving up many points to opposing teams.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's Bowen, guarded by Durant. Vanderbilt, a screen on Thomas. Payton passes to Wade, and here is Vanderbilt, guarded by Banchero. Here's Wade, and the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Wade's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Dwayne Wade sees the floor so well, just rising up and knocking down the jump shot.
Thomas outside. Here's DeRozan, and the dunk by DeRozan.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Knicks trail by 4. Pass to Wade. Back to Payton. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And one of the things that makes Dwayne Wade such a special player is his ability to get his teammates going.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So Miami ends up going with a new group. Pass to Starks. Here's Bing. He's guarded by Conley. Here's Bing. Here's Starks. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. For New York, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. To the middle. McAdoo, pass to Conley. And the NBA season is such a grind, Brent. Anything you did in the middle of the year to keep focus?
Well, BA, sometimes it's about shrinking in a little bit and going back to your habits. Continuing to do consistently what it is that's going to prepare you for the best performance. So peeling that stuff away is sometimes really important when the season gets to this point.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Here's Robinson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That'll belong to Domantas Sabonis.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
The Heat with the lead. Pass to Bing. Back to Robinson. The 3 is up. And it's New York with a rebound. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. McAdoo, the pass to Conley. Sabonis outside, pass to Nesmith. From deep, Conley. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Here's Bing. He's guarded by Conley. With the floater. Bing's shot is off. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. So they take the lead. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Look at the toughness from Conley. He's seen a lot in this league and won't go down easy.
Pass to Robinson. Towns for 3. Hits the trifecta.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Outside Conley. Here's McAdoo. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Here's Bing. He's scoreless. Robinson on the wing. Neesmith covering. There's the three. And it's Robinson with the three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Now Conley. Pass to McAdoo. No good. Misses at the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Miami out in front, up 3. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Payton in at the point.
Yeah, no answer for Dwight Howard that deep inside the paint, always looking to throw it down.
Now here's DeRozan. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And it's New York with a rebound. McAdoo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Doubled by Durant. McAdoo, pass to Bowen. Here's McAdoo. And here's Howard. 17 points in his last outing. Puts one up from 19. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Wade's got 9.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Thomas outside. Allen a screen. Down low. And it's Allen who slams it home.
How is that for a dunk? Allen throwing all his weight behind that one with that finish.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to Wade. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Vanderbilt's checked in for New York. Here's Allen. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Dwight Howard picks one up. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons. And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Allen outside. And Dwight Howard picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Allen with a screen on Vanderbilt to the inside. And Allen gets it to go on the assist from Banchero. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter. The Knicks have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. In the 3rd spot, Jared Allen.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Wade. Howard, the screen. Back to Vanderbilt. 5 to shoot. From behind the arc. Payton, no good. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Miami Heat. Outside Durant. And here's Banchero. Good, and it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. Banchero's got 5 now.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Miami Heat. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Orlando, going up against the Magic. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then to the rotation.
Here's Thomas. Howard with some nice D. New York trailing. Throws it up high. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
I swear Dwight Howard plays with a watch on. His timing is tremendous on those alley-oops.
DeRozan against Payton. DeRozan outside. For 3, Durant. And again, Miami with a triple.
Don't know how you get out and disrupt Kevin Durant on that catch and shoot.
Outside Vanderbilt. Back to Payton. To the paint. Here's Bowen. Here's Howard. It's rebounded by Banchero. Miami leading by 3. Now here's DeRozan. Outside Durant. From outside the arc. Good. And it's DeRozan who picks up the assist. DeRozan's got 4 assists in the game.
KD really just rising up against anybody. That height and length makes him so dangerous.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Howard. Shoots over Allen. Howard's shot's good.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Miami has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. All right, Brett, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Ha! Well-timed shot fake. Got the defender off the ground right there.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
To the inside. Here's Conley. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound, and it's Miami's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Bing. He's guarded by Conley. Caldwell Pope against Robinson. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Nesmith. And he banks in the layup.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
The Heat have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Bing, the pass to Robinson. That one falls. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Up top, Sabonis. Pass to Caldwell Pope on the wing. Wade. Conley looking for an opening. There's the triple. Rebound Miami. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Robinson on the wing. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Robinson passes to Issel. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Wade. Robinson defending. Robinson with the block. 44 seconds left in the second. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's an 8-point Miami lead.
I mean, I'll tell you, Towns is so dangerous on the offensive glass.
Here's Wade. He's got 14. Sabonis, left side. Neesmith passes to Conley. Back to Neesmith. The 3-ball. Rebound Miami. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range work, the long-range work, the inside game work. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
And so it's the Miami Heat earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
You take a look at the Heat, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
And taking a closer look at that first half, how about Kevin Durant?
It's been easy money for the Slim Reaper.
Glad you could join us. Ryan.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Heat leading by 10. Banchero out there with Kevin Durant. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then it's Jared Allen. And it's Thomas in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Durant. And there are the Heat with another bucket.
What an unreal scorer Kevin Durant is.
Knicks trail by 12. Outside Payton. To the middle. Ooh, Durant with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got his second basket.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Inside, here's Wade. That's tipped. Miami has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Banchero finds DeRozan. Back to Banchero. Allen a screen. Here's Durant. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here, trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Heat leading by 14. DeRozan outside. Back to Thomas. Pass to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. And Miami again with the bucket.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Down low. Here's Howard. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Howard establishing some confidence now down low. Just get him the ball and let him take care of business.
Thomas outside. Allen a screen. Thomas passes to Durant. Let's go with a 3. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Vanderbilt inside. Guarded by Banchero. Back to Wade. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Payton, no good.
And just executing your offense earlier in the clock helps you avoid shots like that.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty and they don't give up.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Towns, he's checked in for Miami. Outside Durant, pass to DeRozan. The three from Banchero. And it's New York with a rebound. McAdoo's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Wade. The three is up. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Thomas passes to Towns. DeRozan against Payton. Towns a screen on Payton. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Payton.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Count the basket.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
DeRozan outside. Now here's Thomas. Defense right on him. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. All right, let's take a break and take a look at which teams have been lethal from outside the arc during the last month of play. Miami, number 1.
Well, a hot streak like this breeds confidence, a virtuous cycle. You see shots going down, you take that next one with extreme confidence.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Bing, the pass to Robinson. Towns for 3. Offensive rebound. Issel can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 10. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Tipped. Outside Conley. To the inside. Here's McAdoo. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Heat leading by 10. Here's Bing. No made baskets yet. Robinson in the post. Nesmith covering. Robinson can't hit. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Starks. Pass to Towns. Here's Bing. He's guarded by Conley. Towns against Sabonis. Clock at 6. Towns on a screen. From deep. The rebound by McAdoo. McAdoo's got rebound number 7 tonight. Conley finds Sabonis. Now here's Conley. Good work there as it goes. Conley's gotten his second bucket on the night.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Here's Bing. He's guarded by Conley. Bing, the pass to Towns. And he gets the bucket. Towns has got 7.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Up top, Sabonis. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Pass to Issel. Shoots over Nesmith. Issel can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 9. Here's McAdoo. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Starks. Up top, Robinson. Tries it from 16, and he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
So effective from mid-range. He's never questioned about taking that shot.
Outside Conley. To the middle. From 6 feet away, McAdoo. The putback. Misses the follow-up. And so it's Miami with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, we've got Nesmith, Dwight Howard out there with Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Wade in at the 2.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but it's like plenty of room.
And Carroll passes to Thomas, and it's Allen who slams it home.
And Jared Allen, one of the best rim runners we have in the league. What a dunk.
Knicks trail by 11. Outside Vanderbilt. Back to Wade. Pass to Howard. And he jams it down right on top of Jared Allen.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Thomas outside. Durant looking around to the paint. It's tipped. It's stolen by Howard. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown from Miami.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Outside Durant. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Wade. Deflected.
The stuff from Ben Carroll, using that over 7-foot wingspan.
Number 16, Bruce Bowen.
Pass to Wade. Outside Vanderbilt. Just 4 to shoot. New York again can't hit. Heat leading by 7. Outside Durant. Now here's Allen. DeRozan outside. Puts it up from 12. And again, no good by Miami.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Pass to Bowen. And he draws body contact. Looks like a blocking foul. He was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the line.
Second team foul. Miami foul. Isaiah Thomas. Third personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting from New York, Bruce Bowen. 2.
And he makes a first. And Grant, the Heat, last season, retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
That one's no good. Heat leading by 6. Thomas outside. The 3. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 7 rebounds in the game. Inside. Thomas with a steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Durant. Oh, KD flying in to cap off the break.
Love to watch KD out in transition. Puts a little flair on the finish.
Knicks trail by 8. Payton with it. Rebound Miami. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. Here's DeRozan. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Heat lead by 10.
Oh, a nice move by DeRozan. Pulling up for Jay before the defense can interfere.
Pass to Bowen. Vanderbilt, a screen on Durant. Back to Vanderbilt. Howard inside. He's against Allen. And that one drops for him.
I don't know how many times even Dwight Howard feels the contact down there, but it happens often. He converts despite it.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle.
It's T-shirt time. Here they come. It's time to get on your feet. The Loud section gets free T-shirts. Who wants them? We want to see you get loud. We've got T-shirts. If you want a T-shirt, you've got to get loud.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. DeRozan outside. There's the steal. Fast break, New York. Here's Wade. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
Shooting from New York, Dwayne Wade. 2.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw is good. And it's the Heat with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. To the left wing. Banchero against Vanderbilt. Banchero in the post. That shot off. Here's Wade. Thomas defends. Wade, that's good. Wade's got 22 points.
Well, Dwayne Wade has taken thousands of shots where he's been challenged, and he's made them just like that.
Thomas finds Allen. Here's DeRozan, guarded by Payton. DeRozan against Payton. The three from Banchero. They grab their own miss. Outside Durant. Second chance shot, and it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
First team foul.
Mike Conley's checked in for Payton.
Basket is good. Foul. Dwight Howard. Fourth personal foul. First team foul. Now at the line, Kevin Durant. If a player is fouled on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line, my call would sound like this.
Well, we're always wishing good health on any player, but for Kevin Durant to remain that way, that's when you get a chance to see something special offensively.
Conley passes to Bowen. Here's Wade. Up top, Vanderbilt fires for three. Hits a three-pointer. Vanderbilt's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Well, you concern yourself with the other guys who you think are going to damage you, and he stepped up and delivered that huge three-point shot.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Here's Conley. Pass to Wade. Ooh, stolen by Allen. For three, Durant. And the Heat, another three.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Sees the lob. The shot by Howard, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
The kick out to Banchero. Allen on the wing. 4 on the clock. For three, Durant. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Just not sure there's a good way to guard Kevin Durant. He's too tall, he's too skilled, and he's too quick with that release.
It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Wade. Thomas defends. Wade, the pass to Conley. Howard with a screen on DeRozan. Down low. To end the run. The shot by Howard, no good. Miami leading by 14. Allen outside. DeRozan up top. Double team on DeRozan. Thomas passes to Allen. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Howard.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Heat.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from three. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kevin Durant.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
It's good.
Dwight Howard.
So it's Miami now. Banchero outside. Back to Thomas. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4 on the clock. The three from Banchero. And Conley grabs the miss. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
as the development. Greg, of role players affect the team.
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. We've got Damian Lillard. O'Neal is out there with Pierce. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard. Now, here is O'Neal. Back to Harden. Jokic sets the screen for Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jokic. Over Wembanyama. And Jokic with the basket on the assist from Harden. Jokic has got the opening field goal of the game for the Kings. Johnson dishes to Richmond. And a miss there on the triple. Here's the pass to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Dennis Johnson.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Johnson, good.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Harden kicks to O'Neal. To the inside. And finished off by O'Neal.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Wembanyama. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
And it became very clear very early, RJ, that Wembanyama is legit and a very special player. Generational.
You never know until those first few games, but it was immediate how different Wemby is going to be. He has already met those lofty expectations that we all had for him. Great shooting reflexes from Harden, able to put his shot up right off that pass.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patiently. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Harden. Mitch Richmond picking up that last basket. Harden outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 5.
Out to a hot start, 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. It's Richmond on the wing, guarded by Harden. Richmond against Harden. Richmond with the bucket. Richmond's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here's Lillard. He has yet to score.
Known for his scoring, there, Lillard with a fantastic pass in that screen and roll.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
And let's take a look now at Victor Wembanyama's numbers. Coming off a terrific season, first in blocks, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Richmond with the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And here's Harden. Mitch Richmond getting it to go from deep. And here's Harden. That shot, no good.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Lucas a screen on Lillard. And Anunoby, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Williams, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Harden. He has 5. Pass to Sigma. Williams against Lillard. Good defense by Wembanyama. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
Here's Harden. Mitch Richmond picking up that last basket. Inside. And then Pierce with a dunk.
The most underrated part of Harden's game, his playmaking. James is amazing at setting up other players.
Richmond outside. Stolen by Harden. Here's Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And the Kings are, Jay, with back-to-back seasons of 40-plus wins.
This is a huge step forward for the Sacramento Kings, Kevin. It had been 16 years since they achieved that feat. But now, with this strong nucleus, there's a lot more optimism in Sacramento, and rightfully so.
Here's Heinsohn. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Sigma.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Takes the 13-footer. Barrett, no good.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Curry passes to Williams. Teardrop shot. Rebound by the Kings. Pass to Shea. Lillard with it. He's guarded by Williams. On the top of the key, Lillard with the bucket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Warriors trail by 3. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender. That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Here's Tomjanovich. He's guarded by Williams. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul committed with a lot of game left. Gotta be careful.
Johnson, he's checked in for Darren Williams. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Basket good. Now it's a 5-point Sacramento lead.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Williams with the ball. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to San Antonio. That one drops for him.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's Terry. Here's the floater. And he gets the bucket. And the Kings lead by 5.
Such a smooth stroke on Terry's floater. He knows his mechanics are flawless.
Curry on the wing. Off target from outside. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. No good off the front iron. The Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Heinsohn the pass to Johnson. Ayton sets the pick for Johnson. 4 seconds left, and Ayton throws it down.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. Kings. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. We've got Harden. O'Neal is out there with Jokic. Then it's Pierce. And it's Terry in at the point guard position. To the middle. Jokic inside. Wembanyama on him. Good defense by Wembanyama. Johnson against Terry. And he comes up with the deuce. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside, Pierce. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And powering it down. O'Neal calls for the alley-oop pass and doesn't let anyone get in his way.
Johnson surveying the floor. Rebound by the Kings.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Warriors trail by 3. It's Richmond on the wing. Terry covering. Lucas kicks to Johnson. Golden State moving it around. Here's Richmond. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Williams, he's checked in for Golden State. And a change for Sacramento. Lillard's checked in. Down low. And finished off by O'Neal.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Jokic against Wembanyama. Pass to Lucas. Wembanyama sets a screen for Williams. No good. That would have tied it.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Pierce with it. Lets the 3 fly. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Clock at 4. Here's Richmond. Good work defensively by Harden.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
And the Warriors making a change here. Anunoby's checked in. Williams passes to Lucas. Here's Anunoby. Will it go? Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's O'Neal. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Williams against Lillard. And Williams, there we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and his ability to penetrate and finish at the rim, one of the best qualities that Williams possesses.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
There's a screen. Here's Lillard. He's off on that one. Williams with the defensive effort. Pass to Ayton. And it's Tomjanovich with the rebound. Kings leading now by 5. Lillard looking around for the 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Williams passes to Williams. Back to Williams. Over to the left wing. Here's Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 6 points.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Richmond outside. Over Barrett. Richmond no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Lillard. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Warriors trail by 7. Pass to Richmond. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Just a physical bull is Richmond. Also, he has the explosiveness to go with the physicality. That's a good recipe for drawing foul.
Johnson, he's checked in for Williams. And a change for Sacramento. Jason Terry, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Terry against Johnson. Pass to Shays. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Kings have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. The Warriors trailing. Pass to Johnson. 58 seconds left in the first half. Barrett against Curry. Barrett the pass to Shays. Terry against Johnson.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Terry.
Second personal foul.
And both free throws good for Terry.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Outside Williams. Pass to Heinsohn. Back to Williams. Ayton sets the pick for Williams. And the Warriors miss again. Kings leading now by 8. Now Terry. Here's Shays. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Kings on top. I thank you, David. Folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome, everybody. The story.
No sloppy passes, no easy giveaways, no big mistakes. They're keeping it tight like kidney pants over there, Ernie.
Hey, and there's more NBA. And that is it for half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Mitch Richmond in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting well, 50% from the floor. So with Williams on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Lucas is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Richmond. Then it's Johnson. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. Here's Harden on target from 13 feet. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for Sacramento.
I'm just going to say this. It's too easy for Harden. He is so good at recognizing when to rise up in that mid-range.
Jokic against Wembanyama. Anunoby. No good from outside.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Lillard. And here's Jokic. He's covered by Richmond. Jokic, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 10-point game. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Anunoby finds Wembanyama. 6 to shoot.
And look at how well Jokic uses that size defensively there with a great contest on the shot.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Warriors trail by 12. Johnson kicks to Lucas. Back to Johnson. Anunoby against Pierce. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Lucas the pass to Richmond. With the drive, and it's in there.
On a roll here tonight. Richmond with a lot of offensive tools, and he is happy to show them off.
The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And here are the Kings now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. RJ, what have you noticed about the young players that enter the NBA today?
Unfortunately, the NBA is now tasked with teaching players how to play basketball. The NBA wasn't a teaching league 20 years ago. Now it is. A lot of players are spending their first, second, and even third year learning how to play basketball. That was not always the case. They used to go to college and play for Hall of Fame coaches for 4 years.
And the teardrop coming from a 7-footer. No one is stopping the Joker there.
Back to Johnson. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's O'Neal. He's got 10. Williams, he's checked in for Golden State.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Warriors. Number 7, Darren Williams.
Richmond against Pierce. Rebound by Williams. Warriors trail by 11. With Samart, he gets that one.
Soft touch on the floater by Williams. A shot with a high arc to beat the defense.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, this summer we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods, the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, DA. Thank you. Johnson finds Wembanyama. Now, here's Johnson. With the floater, stolen by Harden. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Pierce. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shoot here in the third quarter. Williams dishes to Lucas. Here's Johnson. Sacramento grabs the miss. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Jokic with his screen on Richmond. Pierce for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 5 rebounds tonight. Dennis Johnson on the wing. It's Lucas high post. Richmond against Pierce. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Different look here for the Warriors. Andre Ayton's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Heinsohn comes in for Lucas. Jalen Williams is checked in for Darren Williams. And Curry subbed in for Dennis Johnson. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Williams, he's checked in for Richmond. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. fourth, the Kings.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Pass to Sigma. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Williams passes to Ayton. And the shot goes down. Ayton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Through the defender, Ayton, he's going to get his.
Here's Shades. In the corner, Barrett with it. Got a piece of it. Here's Heinsohn. Pass to Curry. There's the three, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Pass to Heinsohn. Clock at 6. Williams in the post, and it's Tomjanovich with the rebound. Kings leading now by 6. A floater. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
1:37 left in the third. To the paint, here's Sigma, and he slams it one-handed.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Williams scanning the floor. With the crossover, it's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Williams.
6 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Just staying nimble inside. Williams manages to get around the contact.
Terry against Williams. The shake. The Warriors pull it in. There's 47 seconds left in the third. Curry dishes to Ayton. Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. This one for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And so it's Terry bringing it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Tomjanovich. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how it plays out.
That evens the score. Williams has got 8 points.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on it.
Oh, yes, he can! Yes, he can!
At the buzzer, that's why he's that dude.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Kings lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. They've got O'Neal, Harden out there with Terry, and it's Pierce, and it's Shays in at the 4 slot. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah up against the Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against the Thunder, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Sacramento. Wembanyama passes to Johnson. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Harden the pass to Pierce. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 4 assists now tonight.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding it.
Wembanyama, a screen on Lillard. Here's Johnson, and he converts the layup. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Inside, and stolen by Wembanyama. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. To take the lead. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Pass to Shea. O'Neal high post. Down low. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by O'Neal. And the Kings lead by 1. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. The Warriors making a switch here. Richmond's checked in. Jokic has checked in for the Kings. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And Pierce, here we go. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. And now a 3-point Kings lead. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Richmond. The shot from the low post is good. Richmond's got 26.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period. He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Victor Wembanyama.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Harden outside. O'Neal looking around. Jokic sets the screen for O'Neal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the talent O'Neal has is evident, and the exact type of big man any team would love to have.
That one misses.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching a lead. But look, he tied things up.
Here's Richmond. The rebound by Harden. And it's Harden with the ball for the Kings. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Richmond. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Pierce. O'Neal passes to Lillard. Here's Pierce, defended by Lucas. Lillard is screen on Lucas. The shot by Pierce will not go. The Warriors have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Got one up quick. Richmond's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Here's Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Probably as great a feel for the game as anyone. Jokic knows how to get the upper hand against the defender.
The Warriors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
O'Neal on the wing. The kick out to Pierce. Fires top of the key. Doesn't go that time. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Anunoby. Excellent D there from Pierce.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
O'Neal passes to Pierce. Jokic with the screen on Wembanyama. Pass to Harden. 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Here's Richmond. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To take the lead, and Harden with the basket on the assist by O'Neal. O'Neal's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Warriors have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Johnson, the pass to Wembanyama. Johnson sets the screen for Wembanyama. Easy money for Wembanyama.
That is where you want to see Wemby, making big plays in big moments.
Harden against Anunoby. 3-pointer. The Warriors pull it in. Lucas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Richmond for 3. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Harden outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Harden's got 9 points now in just the second half. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's the teardrop. Richmond no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Floats one up. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. And Pierce, here we go.
And we know Pierce has the jumper, but you can also pound it inside.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Richmond outside, over Harden. Shays with the rebound. On offense, here are the Kings. They're on a 12-4 run. And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting for Sacramento, James Harden. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
So it's the Warriors now. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Richmond, buried from 15 feet out. Richmond's got 32 points. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
15 foul. At the line for the Kings, Damian Lillard.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 8. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to
climb out of this hole.
And I'm sure coach is encouraging them to play to the final whistle. Then they can get out of here.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. They get it again. Kicks it out to Johnson. The three. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And Sacramento has possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier, and now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Sacramento, Damian Lillard taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, so now it's a 7-point game. So the Kings win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Doris, at what... point in the year, coaching staffs really starting to optimize their rosters.
Well, B.A., I think one of the fascinating things is after about 20 games, what teams do analytically is they're going to evaluate what are their best 2-man, 3-man, 4-man, and 5-man units. What are their plus minuses? What combinations work and don't work together? The fascinating piece is over the grind of an NBA season, there's always challenges. An injury that's poorly timed, or perhaps a trade at the deadline. So many things go into optimizing your roster.
The starters for Utah. We've got Kawhi Leonard, also Barnes out there, and it's Moncrief in at the shooting guard. Kicks it out to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. From deep. It's hauled in by Houston. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Now here's Barnes. Not a good performance from him in that loss to the Clippers. Back to Richardson. Leonard outside. Charity stripe shot, and he nails the jumper.
Well, this guy is never a bad option in a tough situation. Kawhi Leonard under duress, nicely done.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Houston has possession, following the bucket by the Jazz. And stolen by Leonard. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. He goes up. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Richardson. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the night.
Shooting for Utah.
He's perfect from the line this time. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to review the game plan.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Here's Houston. Lets it go from deep. And it's Baylor missing. Jazz leading by 5. Pass to Barnes. And here's Richardson. Leonard outside. Takes a three. Knocks down the long J. Leonard's got 5.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Houston. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The Rockets with another miss.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Moncrief. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
I just love the ball movement.
And Houston has possession. Trailing by 10. Doncic passes to McHale. Back to Doncic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
Cowens drops in the layup for 2.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Doncic passes to McHale. Here's Houston. Doncic feeling it out a bit. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Cowens grabs the board.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
And he's going for the lob. Doncic pulls down the board. Rockets trail by 10. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Pass to Battier. Here's Harper. Out to the right wing. Here's Battier. Three-pointer, no good. The Rockets have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. That shot is good, Lewis.
Yeah, impressive vision from Bane. Always looking to move it.
Utah leading by 8. Here's Harper. Gordon with a screen on Ball. Here's Harper, hounded by Ball. Fires the 3 for 3. Gordon. It's hauled in by Houston.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Ball taking his time here. To the middle. Here's Lopez. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
Pass to Embry. Here's Winters. Guarded by Bane. Here's Winters. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez. And he drives in. Gordon with a steal. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Here's Embry, guarded by Bane. Here's Harper. Knocks down the triple. And the Jazz lead by 9. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Here's King. Still no points. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him.
At the line for Houston, Bernard King. 2.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Utah with the ball. They lead by 7. Pass to Battier. Here's Winters, guarded by Bane. Winters can't hit. On the wing, Bane. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Ball outside. Lopez, the screen. 5 on the clock. And it's Ball with the 3.
When you peek at Lonzo's three-point numbers, they illustrate how much time Ball's put into his shot.
Here's Winters. 15 in his last outing. Pass to Harper. And he lobs it up. Deflects the pass. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And that's not going to go. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Utah ahead, up by 4. And back to the start of the second. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Barnes is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cowens in at the 5, roaming the paint. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. We're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion. Boy, what a career he has had.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Richardson, the pass to Cowens. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. All right, now that we have a break, let's take a look at which teams capitalized from the line last season. Number 1, the Jazz.
Well, last year, they were tremendous at the line. A very fundamentally sound team shooting-wise.
Leonard outside. Clock at 6. The floater. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Leonard. Here's Moncrief. Houston with a rebound. Rockets trail by 4. Fires the 3. And Houston another 3.
Boy, the extraordinary playmaking instincts of Luka Doncic on display right there.
Houston's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Richardson, the pass to Barnes. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Pass to Leonard. Here's Moncrief. Another shot. There's the drive. Blocked. Here's Houston, guarded by Richardson. Tipped. And he's able to get it back. Doncic against Barnes. Doncic passes to O'Neal. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. O'Neal's got 7.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Richardson against Doncic. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. To the inside to stop the drought. Utah gets it back and is blocked. Here's Baylor. Yet to see a basket. Doncic outside. Screen by O'Neal to the paint. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, Luka Doncic has an innate sense for when his teammates are open, and boy, does he deliver it.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka Magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Barnes the screen. Here's Richardson. Shots blocked. And they recover it. Leonard for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Yeah, defense should know better than to concede a 3 to Kawhi. Boy, he stretched his range out over time.
Pass to Houston. Back to Doncic. Here's McHale.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
First team foul.
And he drops a first. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Barnes has got the ball here for Utah. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
You know what? In the end of the day, it wasn't as close as it should have been. There were lapses all night that led to the deficit they couldn't overcome.
Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Rockets lead by 3.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Outside Richardson. Leonard inside. He's against O'Neal. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Houston. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Thursday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Pass to Houston. Now here's Lopez. He's closely guarded. Clock at 4. Rebound, Utah. Here's Embry. Still without a bucket. Leonard finds some space. That one's good from the corner.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Ball against Richardson. Here's Houston. The teardrop. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Houston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Houston.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls, and Houston making a change here. Lewis has checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And he's going for the oop here. Lopez with the steal. Now here's Bane. He's covered closely. Down low. Here's Houston. Gordon pulls it in.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Here's Embry. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
For Houston, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Jacks up a 3. Houston can't hit.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Embry. And again, it's Utah. There's 1:59 left in the half. Ball outside. Pass to Lopez. Back to Ball. Intercepted. In transition, here come the Jazz. Count that one. And now it's a 5-point Utah lead. 1:35 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Ball. Here's Lewis for three. Houston with another miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Gordon down low. Can't hit that one. Houston has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Now here's Ball. Tight defense on him. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
King, he's checked in for Houston. On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 13-5 run. Pass to Battier. Here's Winters. From the arc. Rebounded by Lopez.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Rockets trail by 5. Ball outside. Here's the pick. Pass to Lewis. Beyond the arc. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Lewis has got 5 points.
As a passer, Ball has great fundamentals. His timing and accuracy are right on the money.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Brook Lopez. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
No good on the second free throw. The Rockets have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Pass to Lewis. Ball outside. Here's Lewis. Up top Ball. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Utah. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2.
You look at the Jazz, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late.
Now, as we look at the first half, the Rockets find themselves in a close ball game.
They better be grateful for their bench. The reserves are showing.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been one outstanding game from Kawhi Leonard.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
They've got Luka Doncic, and it's O'Neal in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Leonard for 3. Count it! Leonard for 3.
Starting to look like one of those nights for Kawhi Leonard when he's absolutely dominant on the offensive end.
Pass to Houston. Here's McHale. Here's O'Neal. It's deflected. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball. Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th on the list, Luka Doncic.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
Utah leading by 4. Richardson, the pass to Cowens. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. Leonard left side, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him. And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
To the wing on the left. Here's Moncrief. And it's rejected. And there's the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Pass to Cowens. Back to Richardson. Clock is at 3. Three-pointer. Out to Leonard. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Houston. He's got 5. McHale. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Kevin McHale. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
All right, fans.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Richardson, the pass to Barnes. Here's Moncrief. Got a hand on it. Here's Baylor. No points so far. Doncic left side. Inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Pass to Cowens. Now here's Leonard. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Kawhi is known as a low-key guy, but don't let that fool you. He's as competitively tough as they come.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Rockets trail by 4. To the inside. Here's McHale. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for Houston, Kevin.
Both shots good from the strike. And it's Utah with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Cowens. Leonard outside. Here's Moncrief. Yep, count it.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Rockets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Baylor, that's good.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
To the middle. Here's Cowens. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's O'Neal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so...
Oh, Leonard with the highlight reel dunk.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
All right, let's take a look at the highest scoring teams over the past month in the NBA. The Rockets in 5th.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately, running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Doncic with it. For the tie. Here's Lopez. And he makes it on the layup. Lopez has got his second basket of the night.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
Embry passes to Harper. Leonard inside. 23 points in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Lonzo Ball's checked in for Luka Doncic. All right, the Jazz making a change here. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. It's a one-point game. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. It'll be the front end of a two-game road trip. Spins. Shot clock at 6. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And he lobs it up to the rim. On the wing, Bane for the lead. Embry grabs a miss.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
And Gordon with the big finish.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Ball outside. Pass to Lewis. Right side, Bane.
2 minutes remaining.
And here's Ball.
2 minutes.
Here's Lewis. He's got 5. In transition, here come the Jazz. And Harper gets it to go. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Utah.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
The 17-footer uses the glass that time. It's good. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Nice touch on the jumper from Brook Lopez. This guy is so skilled shooting from the mid-range. Love it.
Here's Harper, hounded by Ball. Harper passes to Winters. And no good. Great D that time from Bane. Rockets trail by 3. Ball outside. Back to Bane. Here's Lopez. Oh! And that one is hammered home.
Look, if you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Over to the wing. Here's Embry. Shoots over Lopez. Good work defensively by Lopez.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
They now take the lead. And the Rockets lead by 1. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Here's Winters, guarded by Bane. Screen by Gordon. Here's Winters. And the 3 off target. And we've just finished the 3rd quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Rockets ahead. They lead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Scotty Barnes, and it's Cowens in at center.
Number 2.
Utah trailing here. Now here's Richardson. Pass to Moncrief. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's McHale. Now Doncic. And there's the rejection. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there.
And Leonard drops them both. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. The Rockets trail. And here's Doncic. Pass to McHale. 6 to shoot. Knocks it down from distance. And the Rockets lead by 2. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
Here's Cowens. He's covered by O'Neal. Leonard for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Houston. Pass to Doncic. O'Neal with it. Tipped away. Here's Moncrief. Leonard outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Oh, man, is Kawhi Leonard a tough cover. Just so good at drawing contact.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. "17-foot shot on the way. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Leonard's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, the mid-range absolutely a part of Kawhi Leonard's offensive arsenal. Defense can't expect him to pass those up.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
Luka Doncic has established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him.
And there's a pick. Barnes passes to Cowens. And rejected. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession. And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Rockets trail by 4. Pass to Houston. Back to Doncic. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Leonard. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Right side, Richardson. Screen by Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Clock at 6. Up and over Doncic. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Baylor, the pass to McHale. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
Pass to Baylor. Over Leonard. And it's Baylor missing.
Now, there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Back to Leonard. To the paint. Ball stolen. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. To tie it up. That's short off the rim. The Jazz have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Barnes. And another miss by Utah.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Pass to Baylor. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. And here are the Rockets now. Trailing by 2. Pass to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. There's the block. And he recovers it. In the paint. Luka.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
Richardson, the pass to Cowens. Here's Moncrief, guarded by Bane. Down low. Lopez with the steal. The finish! Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Oh, a guy you can trust in the big moments. Bane is a very consistent shot.
Inside, here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Houston. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Baylor. Leonard defending. Here's Baylor. Cowens grabs the board. Cowens has got 11 rebounds in the game. 3 from Barnes. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Leonard on the wing.
Well, you look at Kawhi's career, one of the first things he did was work on his consistency from the free throw line. Why? Because he's excellent at drawing contact.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. Hits both from the stripe.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. 1:39 left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Doncic. Houston with another miss. Utah has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4. Pass to Leonard. Richardson with it. There's a screen. Out to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Pure from 3-point range. Leonard's got 11 points in the quarter.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Lopez, the screen. Now Doncic, guarded by Richardson. The baseline, Jay. Yes! Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Utah has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Leonard outside. Pass to Moncrief. The 3. And
that tray. Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Doncic passes to Lopez. Cowens grabs the board.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. O'Neal, he's checked in for Houston. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, we know this. Free throw shooting is such a mental aspect of the game. This guy keeps his composure and comes through.
24 seconds left in the fourth. Back to Doncic. O'Neal inside. Pass to Baylor. From downtown, it's hauled in by Moncrief. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Team
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for the Jazz, Sidney Moncrief.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So we see the Jazz get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep.